Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going on another road trip. But before we get to that, let's talk about the most recent video I posted. Link's up there if you haven't seen it. Now, if you don't like reading the description, I don't blame you. I don't like reading either. And you really want to know why it was so different than most of my other videos? Well, it's because I really didn't film it and I didn't edit it. Well, I kind of did. That video started out with me just wanting to shoot some footage of the G8 to throw in with my trailer video and hopefully make it less boring than my normal boring videos. So I called up my buddy Scott. Yeah, I have a friend Scott. I'm not calling myself Scott. There's two of us. So called him up and said, hey, let's shoot some footage and have some fun. And he decided he was going to make a video of us making the video. So that's where the behind the scenes came from. That's why the video seems to be edited a little bit differently and shot a little differently. That was all him. He also has a channel if you want to check it out. If you think I'm good at fixing cars, he's just as good at landscaping. My channel's just cooler because he works with flowers and I work with cool cars like Ford Focuses. Alright, I'm not helping my argument there. So back to our trip for today. Last week I planned on making a video of the Mustang, but my back had other ideas. So I couldn't work and I couldn't actually edit video. Sitting at the computer was really a killer. But somehow, sitting in the truck for hours on end doesn't bother my back at all. So that's what we're going to do. We'll actually get some work done. So today we're going to pick up a complete piece of junk because I need some parts off of it. And then we're going to go maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, and pick up a part for one of our other builds that you guys haven't seen yet. If you can figure out what the part fits, well then you'll know what the build coming up is. So again, we're leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning this time because we're headed for St. Louis. So I'll pick you up down there because otherwise you're going to see nothing but darkness. So, see you down there. In case you were wondering, that's Mrs. Spotty up there. So this auction's a little different. They allow 2 people in the building at a time. And the counters are separated 6 feet apart. So, it took a little while to wait for my car. But, now that I got it, it's time to head home. So this is a 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT. It's a complete piece of junk. Not just because it's a Pontiac, if you don't like Pontiacs, but because it has 223,000 miles on it, and the last owner did not take care of it. This isn't the first time it's been wrecked. The last time it was hit, they really did a hack job putting it back together. So I'm not sure how much of this damage is from this accident and how much is left over from the last accident. They took substandard work to a whole new level on this one. We'll take a look at it a little bit later. These are the easiest cars in the world to work on. If you can't do it right, you probably shouldn't be working on cars at all. So the interior is completely trashed. There's nothing good in it. Maybe the airbags if I decide to use them. It has no front end. A couple of the wheels are bent. It does have a couple parts that I need, and it's a Southern car, so it's rust-free, which is really hard to find up by us. Now, I bought it for scrap value, so when I'm done with it, I'll get my money back out of it. My parts are basically free. If I use any extra parts off of it, and there are a few little ones I can sell, I'll even make some more money. Now, the other car, depending on how you feel about Grand Ams, may or may not be worth fixing, but I think it is, so I'm going to fix it. We'll do that a little later. I'm not in a huge hurry to do it, and because everything's shut down, I can't even get a title for it anyway. So, it'll wait. I have nothing invested in the other car, so it's time to get the expensive cars done first, and the paying customers. So this ride home, it's going to be pretty boring. It's just Illinois. There's not much to see unless you like farm fields and flat road. The drive started out pretty nice, but the weather kind of changed as we got closer to Chicago. So we'll put some air in the tires. Hopefully it'll roll a little better. Got a chunk missing out of that one. Actually kind of surprised it held air. Now we can pull some of the parts off that we need. Our rocker molding. Pull the pins out of the wheel wells. Somebody's been here before. It's an SE fender. They didn't bother to put the hole in there. So now there's a bunch of clips across the bottom. They have a Phillips head in them. You just unscrew them a little bit and they pop out. Now I'll take the two-sided tape off. Just slide a putty knife in there and break them loose. A little cold. Putty knife wouldn't slide. So now there's a bunch of clips in the rocker. Just squeeze each side, hold a little tension on the molding, and it'll pop out. And the last one, we'll just slide it off. So the last guy that was here, no bolts. 1, 2, 3 missing ones. Like that, 4. And one that they put in, 2 threads. Here's our 2-threaded wonder. So we'll pull the few bolts out that they actually put back in. Get this fender out of our way so we can open the doors. We'll bolt the hood hinge back down so that we can keep the hood on there. File. Yep, because that's how you found it. OEM wiring to hold the fender on. So after we cut our wires off, we'll pull the bolts out and take the fender off. Now it's time to get it off the trailer. Hopefully it runs. We'll find out. The battery's dead, as usual. See if we can get it to start. We all know what comes next. It wasn't right. I did it. So I'm going to pull my other door off the car and the last molding that I need, and then I pretty much have everything I need off this car. I got my money's worth out of it already. So before I send it to the junkyard, maybe we can have a little fun with it. So leave me a comment down below and give me some ideas on how we can have some fun with this car. I don't really care if we destroy it. Come up with something good. Destruction is always fun. Give me a new way. Not the old light it on fire. I mean, come on, it runs and it drives. If I'm going to light something on fire, I'll do something that doesn't run or drive, like a Ford. So now we need to pull the right rear door off. We'll disconnect the electrical wires, pull the boot off, unsnap the 4 clips that hold it in, and then unplug it. Unbolt the door check and the hinges. Lift it off. With my back messed up, I decided this wasn't a good one to do blindfolded like the last time, but it is pretty easy. Now it's time for a little framework. You got our reinforcement nice and straightened out. Now we'll do the upper tie bar. A little pull. A little bit more. A little bit more. Perfect. Yeah, let's do a little more. Oops. Took a little stroll across the hood. Now it even latches. Ready to go. Good as new. Oh man, what time is it? Time to leave. I'll see you guys when it's light out. So now we're up in Wisconsin. Pick up our door. Has a little damage on it, but I don't mind fixing some door dings. So, went to pick it up. So you guys asked me how I find these parts. Well, I search carpart.com. I usually use the same yards, but this yard had the door cheaper than most of the other yards I use, so I figured I'd give them a shot. Turns out they weren't a bad yard. I was pretty happy with this transaction. I'll probably use them again. This is not a sponsored video. So now we're on the way back home. Another trip, 200 miles, in contact with 0 people due to the shutdown. So I paid for the door online. They pulled it, set it outside, called me when it was ready, and I went and picked it up. Never saw anybody. I actually could have picked it up in the middle of the night, they said, but I wanted to do it during the day, so if there was a problem with it, I could see it. It was exactly what they said it would be. So now it's a 200-mile trip home. It's not very often I get to drive the truck without a trailer on the back. It's kind of nice. Fuel economy is much better. So while we're here, let's have a chat. So I'll answer some of the questions you guys have asked me. Let's see. We'll start with, how long have you been rebuilding cars? A little over 20 years now. How did I get into it? Well, my family's been rebuilding cars since the 1940s. So, kind of had to. How many cars have I rebuilt? Over 1,000, less than 1,100. I haven't figured it out exactly. Another question you guys ask a lot is, what do I do? Well, I'm a mechanic. I used to work at a body shop, and I was the mechanic, and when they got slow, I would go over and do the body work. So I was trained and certified so that I could do that work. Well, I just started rebuilding cars on my own, on the side, and it kind of took off from there. Now I just kind of rebuild cars on the side still. I don't work at that shop anymore, but what's the biggest job I've ever done? That's a tough one. I've probably clipped about 50 cars, but that's not even difficult. Some of them were pretty easy. Drive them in on Friday night, drive them out on Sunday morning kind of jobs. painted, done, ready to sell. But that was back in the old days when cars were easy to repair. Now there's a lot more to it. Clipping cars, kind of hard. So the Enclave that I did, links up there, that was a lot of labor and a unique job. I don't necessarily think it was the hardest, but it was a lot of work for the actual damage. So I would say that was the biggest job I've ever done. Pretty much removed everything except for two doors and two doors and rear suspension. Everything else came off the car. I guess you could say that my mistake truck was a big job, but I don't really think it was. I did take everything apart. I guess nothing really stayed on there, but I don't consider that a big job. It was actually pretty easy. It took me a while only because I was waiting for parts to make the build possible, but it really didn't take me that long. So I guess it's a hard one to say of what my biggest job was. I really don't know. So I guess clipping cars would be the biggest parts I've changed, but the most labor. I've also rebuilt theft recoveries from bare shells, so that's kind of a lot of work too. Changing wiring harnesses, fuel lines, brake lines, all that kind of stuff. Gas for 80 cents a gallon. I haven't seen it that low in the 3 decades I've been driving. It almost makes me want to take the G8 out and use some of that gas. You know what? I almost feel it's the responsible thing to do. You know, economic stimulus and such. This is the part where all the tree-hugging Prius owners dislike my video, if their heads haven't exploded. Unfortunately, it's almost the beginning of May. It's currently 38 degrees, and it snowed 2 days ago. The G8's in the garage for a little while. Six Flags. Not this year. Bummer. But as a bonus, our governor decided to keep the state locked down for another month, so maybe I will get some open roads near the end with some good weather. Well, look at that. All oases open. I always wonder what the plural of oasis was. Not so much that I'd actually do any research, but driving down the road, I figured it out. See? You learn something new all the time. So you guys ask me all the time what TV shows I watch or what YouTube channels I watch. Well, I don't watch much of either. I actually don't watch TV at all. Well, until the world shut down and I started and I had to watch The Tiger King. But aside from that, I don't watch too much. My subscriptions on YouTube are, I don't know, limited to less than 10. And my YouTube subscriptions might surprise you because there's only a few automotive channels. So now that we're back at home, it's time to put our door away until we're ready to use it. Put on our little container. We got to finish some other jobs. Just collecting parts right now so that when I'm ready to do the build, it goes nice and quick. Back up the dirtnali, and this concludes our road trips for the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed your quarantine bonus video this week. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. See you later.